Cool. I think we can start from here. It has started. So hi everyone, this is Chris from DoraHacks. Welcome everyone to join the opening ceremony for actually the very first Movement Labs dedicated hackathon. It's been an honor for us to support the Movement Labs for the first time for these initiatives. We definitely have seen Movement Labs ecosystem have gained a great tractions in the past few months. We do believe that if you are a developers that building something around Move language, this is definitely something that you should check out and don't want to miss out. For today's opening ceremony, we are also very happy to have Jordan, which is the lead blockchain advocate from Movement Labs, and also Andy, which is DevRel engineer from Movement Labs, join us as the speaker with us. Yeah, so I will give the stage to Jordan and Andy for them to briefly introduce about themselves and also give a brief overview about what is Movement Labs, what is the hackathon purpose, etc. Yeah.
Sure, yeah, I can start. So, yeah, again, Jordan, based out of Freeport, Florida, and I am the lead blockchain advocate here at Movement Labs. So I had that and been in, I would say, engineering for now about 4 or 5 years. And so, yeah, that's a little bit of background about myself.
I'm Andy Golay from Massachusetts. I've been a web entrepreneur for years. I was a mathematics educator and curriculum developer before that, and just been getting into blockchain programming and just using a lot of my education background to get other developers involved in building, especially on movement here.
Awesome. Yeah. So, Jordan, I believe it will be great if you can give an overview of like what is Movement Labs, like what you guys are doing and what is the purpose of Movement Labs to doing this and like what problems that you guys trying to solve.
Yeah, for sure. So, Movement is essentially the first integrated blockchain network powered by the fastest and most secure layer 2 on Ethereum. So we were really born with like one simple idea, but yet I would say powerful idea, which is making the Move language accessible and available across entire modular blockchain ecosystems. So in that, by bringing like the Move VM to Ethereum through our novel MEVM ZK layer 2 tech, we're essentially creating the most secure, scalable, and developer-friendly blockchain infrastructure that essentially combines the best aspects of modular and monolithic architecture for speed, safety, and things of that nature in regards to the Move language. I would say in our tech stack, we have three main components, which is M2, M1, and our Move stack. So I guess starting off, our M2 is essentially the first parallelized Move EVM layer 2 on Ethereum. So this essentially combines the speed and security benefits of Move with backwards compatibility of existing EVM protocols. M1 is a fully decentralized, speed optimized sequencer. And essentially, that provides the movement network with reliable uptime, optimized finality, and of course, the embedded interoperability. Can't even say it right. Interoperability, and which also has built-in verification, which essentially enables it to act as a watchtower, I would say, in incoming attack vectors. And we also have like the Move stack, which is essentially the execution framework of it all. So that's high level, kind of what Movement Labs is as far as some of our tech. But I would say really outside of like all our fancy tech, we're definitely a community first blockchain. We definitely believe in empowering the community in any way possible. Um, and so I would say with Movement Labs, we feel like it's a perfect home for developers to essentially build on for various reasons. One, I would say like our modular environment very much makes it attractive for developers, not only in the Move lane, but also even in Solidity and other languages to kind of come and adopt. They're definitely not pigeonholed by one specific environment. They can essentially code in Solidity, but also use the Move VM's infrastructure and development. And this hackathon really is one of the many steps that we're taking, I would say, in encouraging developers to um, build on movement, right? This is just one of the many incentives. We plan on doing many more in the future, wink, wink, right? And this is definitely just like the first step, I would say, in empowering our community to building, the project of their dreams, I would say. And I kind of carry it off over to Andy G. He can kind of explain a little bit more as far as like the specific granular benefits of developing on Move. So if you want to just like kind of delve into that a little bit.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, well, one thing about Move is as a language, there's a certain amount of security by design with its type system, which is designed for safety. And there's easier syntax that's more ergonomic that kind of goes along with that with Move's natural kind of or implicit ownership model. Move is derived from Rust, so Rust developers will find Move familiar to deal with, and Rust is definitely an emerging language for system design, and it's becoming more and more popular year over year. So that's an advantage. Movement itself, where we have our fractal stack that has been already built that's supports deploying Solidity contracts through an interpreter called MEVM, which is like Move EVM, which takes EVM and interprets it into Move so that we are deploying it onto our movement network. And then one thing to mention also is like our testnet is focused on Move and in particular, so like with the upcoming testnet, that'll be like very specifically Move focused. But for this hackathon, you could use for all the dev nets that we have going now, you can use Aptos Move, Sui Move, or Solidity contracts. It's like anything goes. We just want to see what builders can build. So there's a lot of opportunities right now for for builders, but like Move in particular, like we're building like Move first, with our test nets through our plan for for mainnet, just to give a little alpha for builders. One great thing about Move also is it's modular, so you can kind of like put the Move stack in general is modular, so you can put things together. Like you can kind of Frankenstein either like your DA, like whatever provider you prefer for DA or for a sequencer, that's up to you. Like if builders want to build their own roll up using the Move stack, there are a lot of options there as well, like as a lot of partners are taking advantage of currently.
Yeah, that's definitely great to hear. I think right now, like especially in the crypto world, giving developers flexibilities about what they can choose to build their own project is actually very important. And it seems like Movement Labs is definitely prioritized on this. So I think it will be more developer friendly and give them more flexibility on this. Great. So for the next step, sorry, my dog is barking right now. But for the next step, I will give a brief introduction about the DoraHacks platform itself, basically to show how developers can log in, register their accounts, create their own profile for the project, and submit to the hackathon. Let me quickly share my screen right now. Yeah, let me know if you guys can see my screen. Cool. Yeah, so right now, as you can see, this is the DoraHacks platform. It's dorahacks.io. Once you get to the DoraHacks platform, I'm already logged in, so I need to log out first. Yeah, once you get in the DoorHacks platform, you can see at the very top there are a couple buttons, and once you go to the hackathons, you will see here. This is the hackathon for Movement Labs, and you can click it, and you will see the dedicated submission portal and page for this hackathon. There are a couple buttons tabs below here. Buildos means project, means like all of the verified projects will be shown here. And obviously right now is the day one. We just opened the submission platform, so there's no submission yet. But as the time goes, we'll expect more and more Move developers to join. Details here, as you will find most of the introduction for this hackathon, including like what is the movement labs, the basic time frame, timeline, some of the breakdown about price distribution, some of the general judging criteria for all of the tracks and ideal lists. And some of the workshop schedule upcoming, you can see here. So definitely you don't want to miss out the workshops because it's actually very important and useful for you as a developers who might be new to the Move language or moving lab stacks, so that you can get more familiar with the whole process, and it can help you better build your own project for this hackathon. And there are also like some of the developer resources and docs below here. So these are like the registration for the hackathon. Like as you can see, even though it's only day one, there are already 40 developers have registered for this hackathon, and there are some discussion dashboard that basically you as the developers can like share some of the ideas, brainstorm together with the communities here. And this sound this ideas is just like features that like everyone can share their ideas and discuss with others. So yeah, back to the top for the next step. How do you participate and submit your project for this hackathon? First of all, you need to log in with your account. There are many options, but since it's a hackathon and you will share your GitHub link anyways in the end, so I will recommend you to log in or sign up with your GitHub link. Just wait a second when I log in. Yeah, so I have already signed like login before, so I just got direct to the hackathon page directly. But usually there will be a extra page pop off and let you type your GitHub email and password to log in. Yeah, so once you log in back to the hackathon, back to the click the hackathon pages, you can see there are two buttons here. One is submit build, another one is register as a hacker. So you can do both. This is not exclusive with each other. Once you click the register as a hacker, you will be shown here, so that you can participate into the discussion and ideal sharing button here. But more importantly, we will introduce more about the submit build here. So once you click the button, you will see this page pop off. And I will assume that you are a new users for the platform. So you need to click the button here, create a new build. And once you click it, you will see this page pop off. You can type your project name, upload your logo, attach your visions and description, select your category, add some of the important links of the project. And also you can actually attach your team information here and invite your team members to join for your project together. There are some like other unique features. For example, you can recruit some of the potential teammates for your project, and you need to leave your contact information for verifications. Yeah, but once you're clicked all of the essential informations and click I agree the terms of the agreement, then you can click the submit build and back. So this is very important. So once you click the builds and back, once you click this button, it doesn't mean that you have submit the project to the movement hackathon already. This steps only means you have successfully create the profile for your project. It's like a LinkedIn for your project, but it doesn't mean that you have applied for any hackathons. What you need to do is that you need to back to this page, and once you're finish your creation of your profile and get verified, and then you could see here it will be options for you as a existing builder, and you can select the builder here and choose the tracks that you want to apply for, and click the agree button and click the submit hackathon applications. So until this step, it means that you have successfully submit for the hackathon. Don't forget to finish the step 2, because we have seen many cases that before that developer create their profile but thought that they have already applied for the hackathon and miss out the deadline of the submissions. So definitely don't want you guys to encounter the similar situation again. And for your reference, this is also a in-word type of version of the submission guidance for all of the developers. You can go through this step and step, or come back with the recording videos for the submission guidance. Yeah, so I will stop here and give the stage back to Jordan. Discuss the ethos of Jordan will briefly introduce the ethos and the vision of the Movement Labs builder communities and the importance of the hackathon.
Yeah, so as far as Movement Labs ethos, I would say at the core, we believe that everyone deserves access to dignified work. So we strive to create an inclusive community that values diversity, collaboration, and mutual support. So our platform is really designed to provide equal opportunities for all individuals. So regardless of like your background, your circumstances, we believe that empowering people to contribute their unique skills and perspectives will essentially unlock innovation and creativity to like people's fullest potential. So Movement is committed to foster a culture of respect, transparency, and accountability, where every member is valued for their contributions and his voice is essentially shaping the future of the community. And kind of like what I was alluding to before, I mean, we are very much a community focused ecosystem. And I would say in this hackathon, it's just one of the first steps we're taking to really fully embody that commitment. So I would say that's essentially all I have overall. But
yeah, awesome. Thank you very much, Jordan. Definitely
so,
think that this is very important. So thank you for the introduction. And for the next step, want to give the mic to Andy. And Andy, will be great if you can share a little bit more information about the community involvement for Movement Labs, like what type of the commitments that Movement Labs can provide to support developers all over the world who might be interested to build something on Movement Labs stacks.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. Let me see if I can share my screen here right now. Okay, can you see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Okay. All right, awesome. This is a dApp that another DevRel, Pramada or Lucas, and I built. It's a chat dApp that I just want to give an example for builders to go on. If you're thinking like, what could I build? What's some sort of app that might be able to generate transactions or might be able to be a nice consumer app? Well, a chat app is nice because it can sort of be generalized. Like any kind of messaging is just, it's like could be extended for tipping or for being able to do something with NFTs, or whatever, kind of apps you want to use. Like even a DeFi app, it might have a chat component, even, just for customer support or something. So this was a workshop we built for ETH Denver earlier in the year, and I noticed Pramada updated it a few weeks ago. So I don't know, but if this is why, but like, so what you do is you connect the wallet, but it's doing something right now where it's like where you can, so you type the message and say, hey, and then you send a transaction, and that message is written to the blockchain. Actually, let me see. Oh yeah, there it goes. Okay, yeah, it seems like it's working well. So I'll say gmove, and let's see, did it get sent? There it goes, gmove. Yeah, so it's just a good example dApp. So I wanted to make sure we shared it. So it's at our GitHub at Movement Labs XYZ, and then Movement dApp Workshop. And the example I just showed you is Aptos Move. So you go to sources and chat.move, and you just have a module here for the chat, which has different structs, which are types of objects or resources or things in our app. So we have chat rooms, messages, and then when you initialize the module, a chat room is created, and it says this move to function moves it to the account that signed that transaction. So when you publish the module or initialize it, you get a chat room in your account and you own it. So that's that ownership aspect of Move that I was referring to earlier. And then there's also a public entry function where anyone could create a chat room using this module. And then there's a function for posting that kind of nicely formats the data. And then we have an entry function, which means anyone can call this to like choose a chat room and then a message to post to it. So pretty straightforward, but it's just a nice example that we made, and wanted to share it. So yeah, if there are any questions about it, or if anyone wants to use it, like use it for anything you want, open license to do anything with it as developers. So just wanted to give an example of what you can build with Movement. And there's also a SweMove in there, example in there for SweMove developers, but our test net's going to mainly be focused on Move. So I want to share that specific chat example.
Yeah, thank you very much, Andy, for go through this sections.
Yeah, my pleasure.
Yeah. So I'm not sure, like Jordan, if you have anything that I want to be added here. Basically, like just sharing some like ideas that you think you already think should be interesting or will be important to have in the movement labs ecosystems. Like for example, it can also be think as a guide for the potential interested audience, like what they should what type of the project they should build on Moving Labs from your personal perspective for now?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, again, kind of what Andy has shown, that repo, which is shared in the chat, does have some fantastic examples of what can be built on movement, and it can be also used as like a great template to iterate over. We also have the movement hack, which I can also put in the link, and maybe Andy could also go a little bit more in depth into that. That's also like a fantastic resource to learn how to operate our tech stack outside of just even our documentations on our website. As far as different project ideas, I'll obviously give the floor to Andy a little bit to share some ideas he has, but this can vary, right? We do have some additional bounties coming onto the platform. One being commerce, so that could be a very interesting play where perhaps you can do maybe some sort of infrastructure for commerce. Using perhaps Solidity, deploying on the MEVM, perhaps. That could be a very interesting play. We also are working with a gaming company who has some move tooling specifically around DEXs relating to trading NFT type assets specifically. So that could be a very interesting plug-in to mess with more. And again, the interface on DoorHacks will be updated with those bounties, and we will make sure to gather those workshops to where they can even share their open source code and give all of the hackers a walkthrough, right? But those are just some things that come off the top of my head, right? Andy, do you have any like other great ideas you would say as far as even like an iteration over the projects that we already have on our repo?
Well, I I don't know. I tend to be into like NFT stuff and like social commerce stuff, but I mean, I think like the sky's the limit with any vertical folks want to get into. There's a lot of opportunities. I know like different partners are building really cool projects. So like, and any builders plugging into the system might want to like look at the companies that are already building or the teams that are already building on movement and maybe see if there's something you can build to add to those dApps. Like, there's certain teams like I could shout out, I don't know, like I don't know, like Interest Dex posted that they were like, building something. They're like, hey, we have a platform. If you want to add to it, you can. Like you'll see different teams like posting that sort of thing. So like that could give ideas. There's like 30 to 50 teams like pretty active from what I know, like or maybe more, maybe and it's like a pretty active ecosystem. So I think there's a lot of really good ideas out there, and then just like go with your taste, like go like build the type of app you would like to use.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. Yeah, Jordan, you want to say something here?
Oh no, I was just gonna add even social fire, right? I mean, that's a pretty unique angle where like we don't have many we do obviously have in projects you doing social fire, but that's even a very unique angle as well that could be utilized in movement to various capacities, whether looking to do maybe some sort of decentralized version of Instagram or Twitter that can be on Movement, right? I mean, that's also like a very interesting idea as well. So just wanted to throw that out there as another nugget. So
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I can definitely echo some of the points here. I personally do think that like commerce could be a very interesting angle, because we all know that like previously like Starbucks or some of the other commerce giant trying to break into the crypto, but somehow there are like many concerns, and one of the most important ones should be the security. We all know that like the Solidity language have some disadvantage on the security side. But for Move, the security is always being prioritized. So like it could be like a really good break point for all of those commerce brands who trying to cut into the crypto and find a like security place to doing their events, activities, user engagement there. Just some personal thoughts. But yeah, definitely appreciate Jordan and Andy's efforts here. I think we are getting close, and we can see that there's a question from the audience that like he asked, does Moving Labs has a request for project list to know what type of project that you guys are looking for the committees? But I think we just covered that part really well. Yeah, but as Jordan mentioned, we will add more information into the hackathon page later, including like more detailed description about the tracks and idealists, including like some of including the exact timeline and date for the workshops, etc. Also, there will be some judge informations being updated there. As we all know that like Movement Labs is one of the trending ecosystem right now. There are already many native teams are building on top of the movement, within different sectors. So, if you are developers uh, who already get familiar with Move language and want to build something unique, or you are a Solidity developers but want to exploring a new space. I think with Moving Labs stacks, with the entrepreneur that provided by Movement teams, it could be like very convenient and flexible for you to do like exploring some of the new adventures. So yeah, definitely keep in mind that the very first Moving Labs hackathon has already kicked off today. The submission portal is opened. There are a little bit more than 1 month's time for you to brainstorm, get a superstar team, and submit your project for this hackathon. So yeah, definitely keep in mind about this. And in the next 1 or 2 weeks, there are more workshops that are coming. So also don't miss out those if you are interested. But yeah, let's wrap up here. Appreciate Jordan and Andy again for your time and contribution for this opening ceremony, and appreciate all of the audience who joined us today. And hopefully we'll see you by the end of the hackathon again. And cannot wait to see the emerging new Move ecosystem project through this hackathon. Cool. Thanks again, and you guys have a good day. Cheers.
absolutely. Thank you again, guys, for having us here. Looking forward to what everyone submits.
Yeah. Awesome. Cool. Cheers. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.